Tell us about the show you're involved in.
It's a rock musical about Andrew Jackson, of all people, the 7th president.
Okay, was he a rocker?
I think so. He was definitely a complicated man and a populist president.
In what sense was he complicated?
He was complicated in the sense that still today we can't decide whether or not he was a great president or a genocidal maniac. But he is debatably responsible for the extermination of the Native American, but he's on the 20, so...
But a public theater makes you think about a lot of things. They give us the opportunity to examine types of shows such as what you're doing. Is that so?
Well, it's an honor to be part of the public family right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, Joe Papp, he started that thing, and Delacorte Theater and so on and so forth. It's always been positive, good news. What's good news for you?
Well, we're doing the show. We've extended for the 3rd time, and I'm a huge fan of Mr. Douglas. He's one of those actors that makes you want to be an actor, and here I am.
Okay, we're here at the Film Society Lincoln Center 2010 Chaplin Award Gala honoring Michael Douglas, who you've directed in a few movies. What's it like to direct Michael Douglas?
Well, I only directed him in one movie, in Wonder Boys, and it was fabulous. It was one of the highlights of my career. He was my partner from day one all the way through.
And in what sense?
Well, in every sense. He was playing a very challenging part. He was showing a side of himself he'd never shown before, and he just jumped in with both feet. And also, he got the movie made, quite literally. The movie would not have been made if he didn't take the salary cut that he took.
How was it to work with Michael?
It was easy. It was wild. He kind of, his fame is so huge, and he was already a legend, certainly by the time I worked with him. But his graciousness kind of even overshadows that. And so he really made me comfortable. I was really grateful for that.
Congratulations on Parenthood.
Thank you. Having a blast. Yes. Very much enjoying the whole process. I love the role. She's very different from anyone I've ever played. And I like that she's uptight. It's very different from me. And being on this television series, I didn't have any concept of just how much I would enjoy it, but it's exactly what I want to be doing.
Tell us about your involvement with environmental issues.
Well, I'm on the Friends Committee for Oceana, and my husband Andrew and I are hosting an event for them at our home in Watermill this summer. I'm very passionate about it because we are on the water, and I believe that if we don't save the oceans, we're going to have some big problems here in our world. So we're doing everything we can to help Oceana raise awareness out in the East End, and along with my friend Sue Rockefeller, we are working in New York and in the Hamptons to make sure that people on the East Coast, and many people don't know about Oceana and don't know about the incredible work they're doing all over the world in 120 countries to help save all the world's oceans.
So we're here with the people running the Film Society of Lincoln Center. We have Mara Manus, Executive Director, and Richard Peña, who's a Program Director. Give us a little background. Congratulations for the evening.
Background on the evening?
On the evening, yes.
Michael Douglas. So this award started in 1972 with Charlie Chaplin, and and we actually only last year decided to call it the Chaplin Award because in honor of someone who's both an actor and producer and director and has meant so much in terms of the world of cinema, and Michael fits that bill in many ways because he's produced some of the most challenging work, and I think because he did, made sure it was actually brought to us, and I think that as well as his choices of parts in his films, I think that they have been really bold, and also I think that he's obviously gravitated to parts that I think anyone else would have really shied away from because they're not necessarily on their face very likable, but he went after them and we love him for it.
Yeah. Richard, tell us, how does somebody get involved with the Film Society?
Well, you can be involved with the Film Society simply by coming to the movies, and we show films all year round, 4 or 5 programs a day, now in the Walter Reed Theater and soon in our new film center, so we'll have 3 screens going. But also people get involved on different levels, everything from internships to volunteering to, of course, becoming part of the many groups that we have that support the Film Society.
Okay, and in the sense of supporting the Film Society, is there due to foundations, sponsorships?
No,
what kind of involvement can people, partake in?
You can be a patron. Well, you could be a member or you can be a patron, and our patrons support us at many different levels, and they're an important part of our contributed income. Contributed income, like every other cultural institution, plays a big part of allowing us to thrive.
And is somebody able to submit a movie to you? Can somebody submit a movie to you?
Absolutely. We get literally thousands of films from all over the world every year, literally thousands. So people send us, we ask for nothing other than if you want your movie back, send us to return postage.
Opposite is the truth. When I saw him first time, I thought he's a spoiled Hollywood brat. I was prepared for the worst, and I got the best. He's wonderful. Your mind? Yes, very much so.
What did you think of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as a show?
Oh, you mean the theater show? Or?
Yes.
Well, I saw the show on the stage only after we made the film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, but it's a wonderful piece of dramatic literature. It's brilliant.
The industry of film, New York City, takes some overseeing by the police department and other departments. How has it been going over the years?
I think it's been going very well. I think Catherine Oliver, who is the commissioner in charge of that function, has done a terrific job in getting the business to New York City. We have a role in facilitating, you might say, particularly when there are street scenes. But I think overall, Commissioner Oliver's done a terrific job.
We like that kind of business here in New York, don't we?
Absolutely, we like it because it generates a lot of tax revenues. It shows New York usually in the best light, and we like that. I think tourism is back in New York City, and probably to a certain extent the movies had something to do with that.
The good news, the place is packed. Beautiful.
The place is packed. Absolutely, just go to Times Square and you can see that.